life is not always positive, but then it goes to the oversharing thing. Like, no one really wants to share their downfalls in life. No one really wants to be like, I'm suffering, help me, bro. Do you know what I mean?
It's like the moments where you fall on your face and you're crying, like literal tears, and what are you gonna?
And you know, when people do it, then you judge it. You're like, why would you share that?
It's all a message there. You can't win, man. Because I agree that this is like, you're right. No one wants to see you crying on a Monday because you can't achieve that goal for next week. But then you can't, but I kind of do as well, because I want to see the come up, because I actually hate seeing the end and not seeing how I got there, because I don't buy into that. I don't want to believe you. Like, okay, cool.
I don't want to see your crying face. That's ugly.
When you're crying, less so, but like, I actually love the realism of people's like,
the journey.
I want to see the journey. Like, you're right, because like, we encourage the journey, but I'm just scrutinise the journey when we see it. To me, you just can't win.
You can't
just can't win.
Which is what it goes back to my thing, like, bro, like, if this is what it is, you can't win. Why? Like, the things that you're precious about, are you willing to share those? If and to what end? Like, what's the purpose, man? Like, why do we even, like, I get it in it, like, we share it because this is what we do, but the things that to us is like, yeah, you know what, this is mine, innit? Why? Why does it need to go?
I'm proud.
There's that too, isn't it?
Yeah, so like, I'm proud that I've achieved or accomplished whatever thing, or I'm proud of whatever I have in my life. So I want everyone to see it. I'm like, look at how grateful I am, look how blessed I am to have X, Y, Z. Do you know what I mean?
And there is an element of people on the receiving end wanting to be shown off. People like to be, shown to be important. So
like, just slap it in the group chat.
You could do, but slap it wider audience.
Let's slap it in the family WhatsApp.
For strangers to see. Yes, the thing is, the truth is, most people like attention.
Praise. They want praise, innit?
We like praise and affirmation. This is the truth, right? So I think, and this is why I'm not on the ground, because I think it's an ego trip.
Yeah, it is.
Which is fine.
It is.
Which is not what it is.
It is 100% that.
I hope it wasn't designed for that. I really think it was designed just for like connections. I really do, No, because the guys you made, no offense to them, they're not social. So like, I think like it was designed for like, oh my gosh, like global access to people to share and like obviously make money. But I don't think they thought the ground was going to become what the ground became, and they didn't envision that. It's become like a vanity contest, and it's just like a social score system.
It is, yeah.
And I think if you're going to be a part of it, whatever you do put on there, expect that to be under constant scrutiny.
Yeah.
As you said, if it's something that you don't want to put on it, then that's fine. If it's something that I like, you know what, this is actually sacred to me, and I'm not willing for it to be potentially ruined by external factors, then yeah.
But then it's also, one would ask, like, if it's so precious to you, why would what other people think of, like, even matter?
No,
like, it's irrelevant.
Man.
Well, no, what I'm saying is, no, wait, I'm trying to play devil's advocate here, because you're saying that being on Instagram, you care.
Yeah.
And one would argue that being off Instagram, you also care. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Do you know what I mean? So what's the difference?
It's control, isn't it? As you said.
Yeah.
It's a control thing. Because like, something you don't mind getting out of hand because it doesn't bother you that much. But so, like, if my wife's getting banded, I'm not going to be okay with that under any circumstances. So like, it's easy to deal with when it's like, okay, I've not allowed it to be out and available for people to just do one of it. Whereas having your kids like getting banned in comments is not nice. Do you know what I mean? Like, and you can't even control it. What? That's my child, like. And then your kids, Dad, am I ugly? I'm not on that trying to tell them you're beautiful.
You're 12-year-old talking about, Daddy, I want a nose job. What?
No,
that's my nose, bro. Don't do that.
Because like, you're violating me as well by saying that. So,
I hear
I've got
it.
to protect something like that. Let the world do that to you, but not things like this, because it's artificial.
No, I hear you.
But it's the crazy thing though, like, because the internet, it's like, boom, share it.
Yeah.
And we put our stuff out there, yeah. Whether you want to believe it or not, whether you accept it or not, with an expectation of how it's supposed to be received. Yeah. So it's like, boom, share it. And then after that, it's like, it doesn't teach you how to manage the feelings of...
That's the key, you know?
Yeah.
The responses that you get back. You might put up a fire picture of one of your friends who's always bantering, man, comment in the thing, yeah, you're ugly, man, if it's ugly... and then you're like, you're not my friend, fam. I'm not a big man, but I'm like, bro, you're not friend, bro. You don't care about me, bro. How can you do that? There's girls in the comments, bro. You're talking about if it's ugly you. What?
You know what I'm saying? Just target in public as well.
No, I hear it.
This was the winner in my mind.
Yeah.
What?
Like, you got a great point because that's the thing. The issue is because even before Instagram, we've always wanted to share in life. Like forget this, like we share every day.
MySpace.
Even just like as friends, we want to share.
Oh yeah.
You got a promotion, you're sharing. Like, do you know what I mean? You put it on LinkedIn. You want to share it.
Yeah.
We do this pride, so sharing it new. And if you think about it, like in terms of show business, there's always been media.
Yeah.
So sharing is not a new thing. We watch TV to hear about things. So we want to share and also see people's lives. Let's be honest, we do.
Yeah.
There's a market for it. It's quite innate to us, but it's just the key is, as you said, Victorious, we're not really well equipped to deal with the consequences of it and how to manage what's expected, what comes with sharing. And that's what I'm struggling to reconcile. Because, like, let's be honest, if you put up a picture, you want all the love.
Yeah, you do.
Why else are you doing it?
Yeah, you do.
You're doing it for any reason.
Be real, yeah, you do.
I want every like available on the gram.
I think that's normal. Really, because what you're saying is we all want to feel valued and gratified. But I feel like we do that even in everyday life.
Exactly.
We get dressed up, we want to feel good, we want people to compliment us. But you know what really gets me on Instagram? It's people sharing things like snapping at funerals, things like that. It irks me. I feel like it's just so inappropriate. I'm not gonna lie to you. But you know what? I don't think it's inappropriate at a wedding. But look, I do think it's inappropriate at a wedding. Like, just be present. Just be present. I think that's also the problem. People have a problem being present and being in the moment. So, like, I understand that you might be really upset over something and you really want to cry. Why don't you just take a minute to compose yourself? Do you know what I mean? Take away, feel what you're feeling, put the phone down and be present. I feel like that's where some of these things go wrong on social media. Because people aren't present. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They think that Instagram is real life. So they're like sharing everything directly onto their like live streaming their life. Like, babe, take a minute, it's okay. Do you know what I mean?
But to them it is real life though. That's the funny thing.
It is real life though. It is actually real life.
It's actually real life.
The stuff that happens on there, it has implications of real life.
That's real life now.
Like, you see, you get them people, who they capture stuff, and I'm like, how were you, were you already recording and this happened? Or certain people have learned to always have their phones ready, bro. Like, a man could, I don't know, trip in the middle of the street and somebody is recording that moment busting up. And I'm like, bro, how? Like, certain things that people catch, it's just like, fam, you are CCTV for real.
Take the Kanye Netflix special.
I didn't watch
it.
I haven't watched it.
Quality. But even so, like, the premise is, the guy who's recorded him was just recording because he just knew one day he was going to blow it. From like 16. And he was just recording normal days. They didn't plan for this to be the massive thing that it is now. But he said, nah, I've got a feeling you're going to be somebody. And the guy actually quit his day job to just record his friends. Basically, following him everywhere. So it's like, even that, like, from early on, we've always wanted to, like, kind of capture moments. And we want to look back on it. Because, like, naturally we're quite inquisitive. We want to like, what do we learn from this? It's a memory, it's a feeling. And I think all Instagram is just another medium. Things we do anyway. We do it in life anyway. Like, why do you keep your kids' paintings? You know, why do we frame things? Why are there pictures in your house? I mean, I'm not on that personally, but whatever.
Really?
I'm not keeping some stick man in my house.
Yeah, man, that's that. Like, they had a whole hour to draw around. One hour. And a circle, man.
1 hour.
That's early, bro. Nah,
man. That's crazy.
You better come back with
it. So, like, but from time we've always been like that as people. We want to capture things and we want to share it, and we kind of care about reactions. It's important to us because it's how we. So it's not wrong. It's just, I think, obviously, in this day and age, it's just magnified, and we're struggling to deal with it.
Do
you know what though? Let me flip it in it, because social media is one thing, but in real life with your people, let's say it's we're friends, right? Where are the boundaries? What don't you share with your partner? Because you and your partner's supposed to be like this. And you're not going to share it with your partner. Like, believe it or not, you're not going to share it with your partner. What don't you share? When is it like, you know what? I'm keeping this from you for your whole good. You know, does that get dangerous? Is it, boy? Sometimes, listen, I'm telling you. Sometimes ignorance is like, I'm telling you, you get me? So it's like, when in real life, because strangers are strangers, innit? But what about your people? When is it like, you know what? This is me.
Sarah, over to you.
I'm gonna.
I don't even know how to answer that question. You know, I actually don't even know how to answer that question.
Take your time. Take your time.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
Because believe me, people are keeping secrets. Of course.
Yeah,
People
100%.
People have stuff that, and not bad ones, not even necessarily bad ones.
Yeah.
But people have stuff that they will take to their grave.
Yeah. Charge it to the
And they will probably believe, I'm doing you a favour.
Charge it to the game.
You better answer this first. Stop saying that.
Nah. Spin it back to you.
I don't even know how to answer this question.
Someone better say something.
It's fumbled me out. I don't even know how to answer this question.
Someone better say something.
I think I struggle with this anyways. I'm going to ask it. I want to learn from you guys. So I think typically I'm a bit of an oversharer. I'm not going to lie. Like, that's because I'm quite hard to sleeve. So I just feel expressive, and it's not always good. Because I probably shared too much and sometimes to the wrong people. And I'm learning to kind of navigate that one personally. Do I think, like, in my close relationships, how do I manage sharing? I'm a big believer of honesty. I really am. Like, I think it's good. But I'll be real with you, boy. Honesty's burnt me. Burnt me.
I hear you on that one.
Scarred me. Like,
no, I hear you.
My boy just said, Jamal, why did you say that to her? I'm like, yeah, but because, like, it's just my peace of mind, and I think I was taught it's the right thing to do, innit? And
it is the right thing to do.
And it is.
Yeah.
But sometimes
it doesn't work to your benefit.
It doesn't benefit you.
Yeah,
but I think, you know what, you, like, maybe you keep certain little harmless things that are relevant to yourself, but, like, generally speaking, I think you should share, man. And I think, particularly with people that you love, they shouldn't really, it's difficult actually, I'm not too sure. Maybe you should overshare, because the people you love, you want them to see kind of the whole you. Not just the best side of you. So you want to kind of expose yourself to that person because you're vulnerable and you can't work with that person. So for me, in that sense, oversharing should be encouraged. Then when it's kind of, I guess, like surface level friends or people you're not that sure about.
Yeah.
I don't know, but to your question, do you...
Yeah, forget about the surface level people.
To your question, another question is this. Is it right to share less to protect somebody? You know, is that a thing?
No, it's not a thing. I am a strong believer of open, honest communication. What you're saying, I 100% agree with. I don't think that there should be boundaries in communication, especially with your partner. Like, especially your partner that you're in a relationship with, in terms of like a sexual relationship, if I can call it that. Like, why should I hide secrets from you? We're supposed to be open and honest with each other. Do you know what I mean? That's problematic. Because that's when you start, like, I hid this, I can't tell you this. And then that one small thing grows into something bigger. And then it grows into something bigger. And then it's like, now I'm hiding a massive, like, elephant from you. Do you know what I mean? Why not just be open, honest, and say it up front? Because then you give the person the opportunity to make an informed decision. And I think that's what's even more important, informed decision. A lot of people decide on your behalf what you should and shouldn't know. Who the hell are you to decide what I should and shouldn't know? I decide what I should and shouldn't know. Or I decide what I do with the information you tell me, not you.
Let me give you a scenario. Your man...
Don't trigger me, please.
Your man,
okay.
has, let's say, he decides to grow his hair.
Okay.
Randomly decides to grow his hair.
Yeah.
For some reason, other women hate it.
Yeah.
Hate it. Especially when you're in that phase of, you know, the awkward little mini cookie afro.
Yeah.
He decides to grow his hair. He loves it. And every single time he comes to you, gets like one of those little meaty hairstyles done, little dead twists that don't come down. And he says to you, babe, do you like my hair?
No.
And you see, and you listen, and you see how much it makes him happy. Every single, like, he loves it, like, taking care of it, and you hate it.
I would say, as long as it makes you happy.
But say his needle is actually making you unhappy. We know.
I don't like it, but as long as it makes you happy.
He's looking dead next to you. You don't want to
I'm be honest. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you.
You don't want to take pictures of him. He wants to take pictures of you, and you're like, oh, babe, I'm not sure. You know, like, you keep making excuses.
My answer would not change. I would be honest.
You'd say to
I'm
him,
going to tell you the truth.
I'm not going to take pictures of you because...
That is not what I said I would say.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm asking. Like, if he wants, like, he wants to take pictures, he wants to show you off, innit? Like, you're his woman. Like, he wants to share you on the ground. If he says, yeah, cool, let's take pictures, but you're not on it, are you gonna say to him every single time, listen, I'm not doing it because of that hair? So I don't like the way that you're, or if your man can't dress, like, just one of these things, like. But it's his style. He's happy with it, and every single time you complain about it, it kind of makes him unhappy. It's jarring. You can see that it annoys him. Would you stop sharing that piece of information to make sure that, you know what, he's good, he's happy, and then I let him do his thing, even though it irks you?
Yeah.
See, grey areas.
I probably would. But you know what? I was in a similar situation, kind of, and I just started buying him clothes. Be like, oh, you know what would look really nice? This. And I would just get it for him, and eventually he started to wear the stuff I would buy. And
so you conditioned
problem solved. No, I was buying him gifts because I loved him, and then I just wanted to see him in the clothes.
So you conditioned him.
Facts.
Cool.
Facts.
It's okay.
Yeah, what you didn't do was say to him, you can't dress in it.
I did tell him he can dress.
But you didn't say it every single time.
No, not every time. I said it once. Why do I need to tell you 100 times?
Exactly. You got the gifts, and he was just thinking, oh, she'd be nice. But really and truly, there was a more sinister plan. Like
reinforcing.
Yeah, like he was doing the whole.
I mean, if I'm buying you something that's different, we're definitely digressing. But if I'm buying you something that is different to the style that you're wearing, and I'm saying that I don't like what you're wearing, then you would put one and one, two and two together and think.
But see what I'm saying? I'm playing devil's advocate, because why would you change him? Why would you want to change him? Take him as he is.
Do you share?
Me?
Yeah.
You don't listen to that. Actually, I do. I do. That's a lie. That's a